Verbs that work with sein to make the spoken past. Most of the time, we use haben to make the spoken past tense, but some verbs work with sein. Let us briefly look at the conjugation of sein. Ich bin, du bist, es, sie ist, wir sind, ihr seid. A couple of simple examples. You are here. Du bist hier. We are together. Wir sind zusammen. I am exactly where I need to be. Ich bin genau da, wo ich sein soll. Yes, it's easy to be existential with the verb sein. So what verbs don't work with haben to make the spoken past? Which ones are they? Well, we can't live without them, and they are pretty few in number, aber sehr wichtig. First, we have coming and going verbs. Coming and going. German loves going. It loves travel, and it's really nosy about how you're going to go. Let me explain. Gehen is to go, but it's not quite so simple. It's also to walk. German wants to know how you're traveling. I have no idea why this should be so important, but to the German way of thinking, it's big news. So fahren is a biggie. When you go in the car or the train, then you fahren. You don't gehen. And if you fly, then you need to say fliegen. You can always travel, reisen, and then you don't need to stipulate the form of transport. It's a workaround. And once you go, you have to come back. Kommen. So let's look at coming too. Simply, I went. Ich bin gegangen. I went in a vehicle, something with wheels, maybe a bike, a train, a car. Ich bin gefahren. I flew. Ich bin geflogen. I traveled. Ich bin gereist. I came. Ich bin gekommen. Yup, all these fundamental moving about verbs work with sein. That's easy to remember. And any variations of these verbs also work with sein. So, I arrived. Ankommen. Ich bin angekommen. This idea of the separable prefix and sliding in the G form in the middle is described in the movie about making the past with haben. It works the same with sein. That's the easy part. There are a few more verbs that take sein too. They're a little trickier to characterize. Let's try though. To be fair, there are quite a few sein-friendly verbs to do with the body moving through space, either with or without a vehicle. What else? Well, horizontal and vertical movement. Falling, jumping, sinking, to slide. Curious, the interesting world of sein. And then there's this other kind of fundamental stuff. Here we're talking about it happened, passieren, to happen. Es ist passiert. I stayed, bleiben, to stay. Ich bin geblieben. Here's something to notice. The EI and the IE reversed. Geblieben and not gebleiben. That's worth noting. What is going to happen with the next EI verb you discover? Will it behave in the same way? I grew up. Aufwachsen. To grow up. Ich bin aufgewachsen. I woke up. Aufwachen. To wake up. Ich bin 7 Uhr aufgewacht. And now for a question I bet you've been dying to ask. How about to be? How about sein itself? Sein, to be. Ich bin glücklich gewesen. And boom, that's it, the spoken past with sein. This is Language Gym. As ever, show up, work out.